I just filmed a whole intro and then realized I left the microphone off. When I was setting out to start this channel, I would never have guessed that audio was going to be the thing I was going to struggle the most with. But here we are. At the end of the last video, I was really happy. I thought my tank was fine. I made the comment that anything that might get stirred up in the tank, the filters can deal with. Well, that was slightly short-lived excitement and happiness. I showed the video inside of the tank to the guys here at the yard and to a few of my friends who've got a lot more experience with diesel, and the general consensus was, no, it's not good enough. Tyler, another one of the guys at the yard here, who's got a bit more diesel experience, he offered to come and take a gander at my tank, and it's apparently somebody had sprayed spray foam, expanding foam, underneath the diesel tank at some point, and it's wet. And it's been wet for years. He is concerned that if I try to remove the tank, I could very well peel some of the aluminum off if it's thinned out from sitting in the water for so long. So I can't take the tank out, not until I get home, because it may very well be that when I take the tank out, I'm sending it to an aluminum worker to fix it. So I have to fix it in situ. The tank isn't as bad as it could have been. His suggestion was to take Purple Power. It's a degreaser. It's the one he uses. I'm sure other degreasers are just as fine. I've got a 2.5 gallon bucket of it. I'm going to pour straight into the diesel tank. And then once that's in, concentrated, I'm going to start to spray water in and dilute it and fill up more of the tank. He was saying that the worst of it's going to be towards the bottom, so he's not worried about filling the tank, or he was saying like you don't have to worry about filling the tank whole way. So that's what I'll do. I'll probably put about 15 gallons in. And the reason I'm going to put 15 gallons is they have very kindly loaned me. They have a tank they use for winterizing boats. It's a 15-gallon bucket with a pump and a hose on it, and that's how I'm going to pump water into the tank. Let that sit for 15, 20 minutes, something like that, and then pump it out. Now, it's biodegradable. It is safe to, it's not going to harm the waterways, so I can just dump it overboard. Once that's done, I'm going to rinse out the tank at least once more, maybe twice more. Once I think I've got the worst of it out, then they've loaned me also a 12-volt fuel transfer pump. So what I'm going to do is go from the diesel line from the tank from the tank pickup, through the Raycor filter, I'll put a new filter in it, to this pump and back into the return line of the tank, and just run it, and just pump it through until the filters are staying clean. Reality is an old boat. Also, it's 4 degrees Celsius and I'm in t-shirt because I don't really have working clothes most of the clothes I have here I don't want to risk damaging. So also, if you notice me constantly wearing the same jeans, they're my work pants. That's why. I do actually have other clothes. Let's get started. Because the GoPro was playing so not nicely with the wireless mic, I have the wireless mic going to the regular camera, and I have the media add-on for the GoPro. Let's see if that's any good. So this is the Purple Power. It's going to be about a 10-to-1 mixture by the time I'm done, or 5-to-1 mixture by the time I'm done. Hopefully that's good enough to break up whatever's in the tank. I've never used this stuff. I hope it doesn't stink too bad. Here we go. You know what? I think I'm going to do this through the filler neck. Check to make sure that's not leaking out of the hose too badly. Nope, she's good. And that's that. Leaked a little bit, but not too badly. I have to get the filler neck back out. I couldn't get the sender screwed back in all the way, so there's not a lot holding this in. There we go. It's fuzzy from the degreaser. I'm gonna get cork in the tank. There we go. I'll bend that back after I get it in. My line came a bit loose. There, that's better. Told me to open this up first. And now it's under vacuum. Lovely. Go me. All right, that's pure antifreeze in there, but that's okay. Woo! Hopefully I can do this in a way that you can see. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stir the degreaser up as much as I possibly can, because I can't, normally you'd want to agitate it and shake it and whatnot. Obviously I can't do that. Oh, balls. Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up, good. But I can get both sides of the baffle this way. Hopefully you're seeing more than just the back of my head. It feels so weird throwing water into a fuel tank. I'm pausing periodically to let the pump build the pressure back up because I get stronger force out of the nozzle, and that agitates the degreaser more. At least that's my theory. I think I'm getting close to full. But that shouldn't be possible. This is a 15-gallon tank. Or this is a 30-gallon tank, and the cart is... Oh no, that's just foam. The cart is supposed to be 15 gallons. I mean, that's... the foam's right to the top now. Well, I mean, I guess that the foam will help with the degreasing. Bubbles! I mean, I guess I might as well stop there. That means there's going to be bubbles. There's going to be bubbles through the entirety of the tank now. Well, I can use the 12-volt transfer pump, hook it up to this, and suck it out, so I don't have to use the hand pump so many times either. Sweet. Now I've got to go and refill the water in the cart, and then come back and I'm going to start hooking up the fuel transfer pump. Oh, I used almost all of it. Don't fall in the water. Okay, no, boat, don't go away and make my legs... Okay, boat. What are you doing? Thank you. I don't want to go for a swim. Set a 15-minute timer. That'll just be the minimum. I'm going to go over that for sure. Onward for more water. All right. 6 more minutes on the timer. Let's go down and set up the transfer pump, and we'll use that to drain it as well. That's got dried shit all in it. We'll wipe that out. Thought I got the worst of it until I could see in the light. Not very much. Well, don't have to dump it out now. Go me. Yeah, there's nothing left. Okay. Sorry you're only seeing my back. Stop! Put this out of the way. Take this out because it's not entirely shot yet. I'll put it right there. Why am I not sucking any of the water out? Okay, what's going on here? I'm just sucking air. What is going on here? I want to catch as much of the debris as I can coming out of the tank into this. So I'm going to run the degreaser water, which is biodegradable, out through this. And hopefully this will catch the particulate shit that comes out. Assume I can get this thing to stop sucking air. You know, minor issue. Oh, now it's working. I think it might be siphoning. Yes, it is. It's siphoning. Oh, lovely. I'll do some more pumps. So that gives some good suction and see if I can suck some of the crap out. It can pull right past the bulb. I don't have to take the bulb off. Which one's the in and which one's the gasoline and diesel fuel pump? Okay, well, it's going to be water today. This bar was too big for my fuel hose, so There's other fittings. Oh, I bought some fittings. I might actually have a fitting myself already. Next episode is actually back to electrical work. I got new lights. And I got a new toy that's just off camera there. If you were on my live, you already know what that is. The place I was at had a set of like assorted brass fittings for $7.50. I'm like, yes please. I need my wrench to get that off. Okay, well that's not working. I need 2 wrenches. Got it. Okay, that's the right one for me. Positive and negative. Straight onto the 12-volt battery. And while I let this happen, let's try to get that off. Now, because this is drained out, there shouldn't be much in it. Maybe I should have taken the bowl off first. Okay, this doesn't want to come off. I am really struggling to get this off. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to go to the yard and see if I can get Joe to help me get the bowl off. So Joe popped by to help me out again. Very, very, very lucky to be at this marina to have folks who are willing to help. Joe and Tyler have been godsends. I was struggling to get this bowl off. I just couldn't get it to come off. So they had the right tools. We got it off and he had a cleaner, so you can see how much cleaner the bowl is now. And I've got a new filter. This is one of the smaller filters, the R15S, that I found in the boat supplies when I bought the boat. You can see the size difference between them. I want to actually travel on the R20s, so these R15s are going to be my sacrificial ones. I don't know how many gallons per hour that little pump is. This might take a while. I'm going to have dinner while I wait for this to run. Oh, how's that for an angle? And now I'm using a little, oh, I caught the end of it. Well, there you go. So now I'm gonna go spray some more fresh water in and drain that out. Cleaned up the bowl, got a new filter. I mean, new, it's been around for a long time, but it's never been used. It's white inside. The amount of shit. This is the third rinse. All of this would have been coming out on my trip home. Using the bulb, each time I do a rinse, catch the stuff that's settled out or that got knocked up by spraying the water into the tank, get it into the filter funnel to catch the worst of it, and then hook it up to the transfer pump to drain the rest of the water out. Give you an idea just how dirty that is. Look how little water is coming out the bottom. Stick that up there, let that drain off. Pump back up. Keep doing that. There we go. Well, you can't see anything. There we go. That's a lot better. Alright. Yep, there's still some debris in there. There's the baffle. That black sludge is going to be a problem, but that's why I'm going to polish. I'm not going to be putting the camera back down here because I'd have to drain the diesel again, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot better. Okay. Good, good, good. Actually... Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, haha! That's the underside of the sender. Yeah, this is a lot better. I mean, there's still shit in there, but like I said, I'm going to run it through the pump for a couple of days. Okay, I am happy. This is where I've been storing the diesel, and it's been biocided, and it's been sitting for over a week now. So, normally what you would do is you would open up that and let the diesel drain out there. But all of the shit's going to have settled to the bottom. So I don't want to use that. So what I'm going to do instead is use the fuel transfer pump I was using just a minute ago to siphon some diesel into that through the filter funnel. At least that's the plan. Let's see how well this goes. I tried siphoning it, but it just wasn't working. Once I get it started, I'm hoping I can just siphon it. Ow. Crush rock under your knees. Why is this not sucking any diesel? Gosh darn it! What the hell? I may not have any choice but to pull from the bottom. I wasn't able to siphon with this earlier, and it's not siphoning now either, even with the pump. I don't know. what I'm doing wrong. This isn't working. Alright, well, I guess I'm pulling from there. I have no idea why this isn't working. Okay, well, so much for that idea. I have to get this done tonight though, so if I run out of sunlight, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to keep going. That's diesel. This is how we're gonna do it. So far, this is seeming pretty clean. Oh, I'm really losing light. Sorry about that. Now, one of the things he said was, don't overfill it, because when I screw it in, it'll spill out if that happens. So I'm going to err on the side of letting there be too much air in it. Oh, it's going to take forever to get the smell of diesel out of this boat. Let's see if we can put this on. I'm watching that the gasket seats properly. I'm not killing it. It's good enough. Next day. So after I turned off the camera last night, I got 10 gallons of diesel into the tank. I decided I'm going to stop there. Part of the reason is the goal of running the diesel through the filter repeatedly is to try to pick up any of the crap that's in there. If I'd filled it too much, then the diesel being pumped back into the tank wouldn't cause much turbulence. It wouldn't stir things up very much. So I think 10 gallons is a good place, hoping, where as it runs, it'll stir things up enough and move the debris closer and closer to the pickup tube where it can be picked up and caught by the filter. So I found on the boat, as I mentioned, 6 filters for the diesel system. 4 of them were the kind that was already on it, an R20P, which has a 30 micron filter. From what I understand, there's a trade-off. You don't want something that's too fine because it's easier to plug up, but you don't want something too coarse, it's windy out, because then it'll let debris pass. So there's 2 filters, the R15Ss, and 4 of the R20Ps. The R20P is what was already on the boat when I got it. I decided to put the R15Ss on because I didn't really know why they were different. I just knew they were different, and I thought, well, I'll burn those up first. And it turns out I actually got probably pretty lucky doing that for what I'm doing right now, which is to try to filter the crap out of the tank, including leftover water. And the R15S is a 2 micron? Yeah, it's a 2 micron filter. Extremely fine filter. The little filter that goes onto the engine just before it goes into the engine is a 10 micron. They call this one the Aqua Block. Now, all of this I'm just gathering from what I've read from the specs. I don't know any of this, but I think I might have gotten lucky. The Aqua Block might do a better job at blocking the water from being returned to the tank. I suspect that these R15Ss are going to plug up really quickly, but that's okay. That's what I'm using them for. I wouldn't want to run a 2 micron on the trip home. That's just asking to be plugged up. Next note is, I pulled some of the footage off the GoPro where I was using. So the GoPro has this add-on mic thingy. I was hoping its audio would be relatively decent because these mics, it just kept screwing up and cutting out on the GoPro. Ugh, I hate this GoPro, it just keeps turning on randomly. The audio is not very good on this. I've tried as much as I can to keep the Canon running, even if it's not really able to see what I'm doing, so that I can take its audio and overlay it over the GoPro. This is a bit of an experiment, so bear with me as I try playing with this 2 camera, 2 audio thing so I can overlay whichever audio is better. I'm learning. Oh, bollocks. I fear this hose might be too small. The OD might be bigger, but if the ID is okay, then it should be fine. Okay, I'm okay. All of the fabric on the cushions needs to be replaced. I ain't doing that until all this work is done. That way, getting crap on the cushions, making the rips worse, I don't care. It's all going to be replaced later. Routing the new fuel line along the same route that the old one goes. Alright, get this off. And this is going to have some diesel in it, so where's my catcher? Alright, well, pull it out and hope I don't spill anything. Come on. There. Let's get the other side off now. There. Oh, don't forget to put the hose clamp on first. Okay. All right. That's all new hose going to the fuel filter. So now I got to take the output side of the filter off, which runs down to here. There's this little line here. I have to be careful when I pull this off. I don't bang that. I'm not entirely sure how good the metal is, and I don't want to break it. Oh, it is thoroughly disgusting. Sorry, I keep bumping you. You know what, it might be easier to take this off first and completely disconnect it. Oh, I really am trying my best to make sure I don't pollute anything. I know it hasn't been perfect, but I feel like I've caught most of it. Oh, spilling lots of diesel. That's exactly why I put that pad there. Okay, I'm going to try to cut that one. As several folks pointed out, though, be careful not to cut the barb. Nick the barb, you could cause a leak. Oh, there's diesel coming out, and it's being caught in the I got it. Okay. That's the flow. So I'm going to disconnect this and put it onto here. Untangled from the Morse cables. Oh, that's too big? This might be too small. Okay. So I got to swap out this barb. Where is it? That's their barb already. Actually, is this the right size? No, that one's too big. I bought these. There was 5 of them in a bag for $7.50 from that consignment store. I hadn't a clue it was going to be this useful so soon. Okay, that one's too small, too big. This one I could get in if I abuse it, which I really don't want to do on new hose, but yeah, I can get that on if I try hard enough. Probably have to cut that end off when I'm done. It's definitely not the right size, but I got it on. So now that's set up. I just need one piece to go from here to here. All right, this pump might leak. Hope everything is tight enough. Probably should have done this before I got started, but there, got a little bit tighter. So if that leaks, no worry, it'll land on the pad. Now, before I start using the pump, that is a bleed, I understand. So now when I start using the bulb, the air should come up here. Oh, I have to go open up the valve in the back. I will be right back. You probably can't see anything. There we go. Now let's try this. I don't feel like I'm pulling air. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to close this back up. Well, let's see what happens when we connect the pump. I can't see any movement. How do I know if it's actually working? I suppose I could climb in the back and put my ear to the tank and see if I can hear diesel returning into the tank. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. If I run the tank dry, it'll damage it. I can't hear anything. Sorry for the harsh shadows. I can't hear the diesel falling into the back. So what I'm going to do is unplug the return line and bring it up to the bucket here and turn it on and just make sure I see diesel shooting through. Oh, balls. This isn't filling. Am I? Did I close the valve? Am I that smart? I'm pretty sure it was open, but the bulb's not. Is that filter just too tight? What is going on here? Why is this not working? This 2-micron filter might just be too much, you know? Let's try flipping the valve again, because I don't know if I'm getting diesel from the tank or whether the filter's too tight. Feels like it's sucking air again. I can't get any diesel. What am I doing wrong? God, I say that a lot these days. Okay, you know what? I am going to put this right onto the input of the pump and see if I can use the pump to prime it. Okay, that does not want to come off. Lovely. This day is off to a great start. Let's see if I can get diesel coming out of here. I can't get diesel at all. I can't for the life of me figure out why I can't get diesel coming out of this hose. I'm gonna go pull the side off the input part of the tank and see if the hose is blocked or something. I don't know. It's Sunday, so I've got nobody I can ask for help at this point. Days like this are annoying and remind me why I'm going electric. I understand electrical things. Harsh shadows. I was gonna try to stick the camera down there, but the camera battery was dead. The laparoscopic camera battery was dead. Oh, I hear a vacuum. Huh. Where's the far end? Okay, it's not clogged. I mean, by the time you guys see this, you'll know the answer, or I'll know the answer, but I don't know if that's open or closed. I thought the valve would be pointing in line to show that it was open, but the fact that there was a vacuum there makes me doubt that. Okay. I wonder if the pickup tube is clogged. What the fuck is going on here? God damn it. Alright, I'm pretty sure the valve is closed, but I mean, fuck do I know. Let's try this again. I don't get it. I have no fucking clue why I can't pull it. I can blow through this. I can feel the air coming out. I know there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, if I had drained, like if the diesel had leaked out, I would expect to see it, and that's water. It's 100% water. Yeah, because it's not absorbing into that pad. The fuck is going on? Okay, the valve is definitely closed. That bulb is being held shut. No, see, the bulb is staying collapsed no matter what position the valve is in. I wonder if my sender or my pickup tube valve has failed. So either something is completely clogging the bottom of the tank or the valve is broken. All right, I'm gonna take this off the bulb and see if I can blow down it. Get off, you fucker! Oh, now it's got vacuum holding it in. Ugh, I hate engines. Fuck, I'll be so glad to throw this thing in the garbage. Ugh. Anger strength. Oh my God. Okay, yep, there's the problem. I found the problem. Can you see this? The hose is absolutely clogged. You see that? That's what would stall the engine. That's why we're doing all of this. Okay, now I know what's going on at least. Okay, so now at least I know what's going on. I'm going to take the other side of the hose off, pull it out, and just smuck it and see if I can clear this. Whoa, a whole bunch of it just fell out. Oh my God, the black sludge coming out. That's just from sitting overnight. Wow. Well, put my gloves back on because this is getting real nasty again. And keep on keeping on. All right, I don't feel so mad now. Oh my God, can you see how disgustingly brown this is? Oh, that is nasty. Oh, God. Ah! I can barely squeeze the fucking thing. I got some chunks coming through. Oh, she is clogged up, but good. All right, let's try this now. Oh, that is disgusting. I think that's water. Well, there's some diesel in that. Oh, now I'm getting full. Oh, no, and then it's stuck again. I'm sure I've gotten shit in the pump now. Oh, fuck, I forgot to put the hose clamp on it. And that was a brand new pad, and I've already ruined it. Oh well, better the pad than the waterway. What's coming out of the pump now? Okay, I'm getting a pretty constant flow of diesel now. We connect this back to the return now that I know that that's working. I fear this is going to plug this filter really quickly, being a 0.2 micron. But I've already saturated it with diesel, so might as well give it a shot and see what happens. If I hear one more person say that working on diesels is easy, don't worry about it, you don't need to go to electric. I will take battery work any day over this. Now I can hear diesel flow. Oh man, and I can see shit falling down in the... Ooh, can you see this? Look how cloudy that got in just a few pumps. That's probably water, I'm guessing. Okay, and I can hear it spilling into the tank now. Okay, let's get this running. I really shouldn't have started with that filter, but whatever. Take my mic off, see if you can hear this. And that's what we're gonna do for a while. Oh my God, the filter's already getting dark. My biggest fear is overheating the pump if it gets stuck up. Let's run this for a bit more. The reason I'm alternating between the electrical pump and my hand is that when I squeeze the bulb myself, I can get a shot of higher pressure than that thing can do. So if there's anything starting to build up in the line, I'm hoping by squeezing it by hand, I can dislodge it. All right, well, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the next little bit, so I'll bring you back in if there's anything interesting. I think I'm gonna call this a video at this point. The pump for the polishing needs to run for a couple of days. There's a little bit left to do. I need to take the second filter off. There's a little filter that goes into the diesel. For a channel that's supposed to be about an electric sailboat, 3 videos on diesel I think is probably enough. I think it gives a pretty good idea of why I don't want to have a diesel in the boat. Seeing all of the stuff I've had to deal with to try to get this tank cleaned up. Now, I understand it's an old boat and it has been sailed a lot, but it's a pretty good indication of why I don't want to have a diesel boat. The noise is by far the number one, but this is a lot of hassle, and even after all this work, I'm not going to be sure if it stalls on me or not on the way home. I've got to put the new hoses back on that Amy helped me remove. I need to change out that last filter. I think I'm just going to do that. For the next video, we're going to get back to electrics. I picked up a used toy that I need to test. Because it's used, I don't know if it works or not. Hint, it involves these. I also picked up new light for the boat, both the stern light and the port and starboard lights. For now, thank you for bearing through all of this very much not electric stuff. Let's get back to Angry Pixies. I'm Digital Mermaid, and I'll see you next time. Really pretty sunset. I've rinsed it out.